why 25 to 30-year-olds should spend some time walking outside every day. We will talk about why I chose this population and exercise and why it must be outdoors. Then we will talk about how to establish credibility, how the theory of planned behavior fits into this, and then the barriers and the benefits. So why are we targeting 25 to 30-year-olds? Right now, the average age of college graduates is 26 years old. While in college, students tend to have a regular daily routine that revolves around their class schedule. And with most college campuses being large and made up of multiple different buildings, students have to walk outside to get from class to class. So what happens when they graduate and that routine shatters? Most will find themselves working a 9-to-5 job indoors with limited physical activity. With the new job routine limiting physical activity, it makes sense to promote some exercise. But why walking? Already it is common knowledge that 10,000 steps per day can help reduce the risk of disease and an early death. Walking also doesn't require any equipment, or spending money on a gym membership, or really any talent at all like participating in sports may require. Okay, so why not run and get it done faster? For those who don't normally participate in high cardio activities, they may experience a feeling of uncomfortableness while running, and it requires more physical effort. The National Institutes of Health have studied the effects of running compared to walking, and while it may help improve cardiovascular health, it does not help reduce the risk of disease or death any more than walking would. Now that we have covered what we are hoping to promote and to whom, let's talk about why we should be walking outside and not just on a treadmill. Studies have shown that both walking indoors and outside will lead to an improved affective state, but participants who walked outside reported having feelings of enjoyment and an elevated mood. This could be due to the distractions that being outside can offer, such as the scenery, the smell of being outdoors, or just the feeling of fresh air. When one enjoys participating in activities, that tends to lead to the intention of doing said activity again in the future. Therefore, enjoying a walk outside will probably lead to walking outside again. So, how do we implement this behavior? First, we need to establish our goal of walking outside regularly. Next, we can establish the credibility of walking for exercise. Then, can we use the theory of planned behavior to put our plan into motion? Since we've already established the goal of walking outside, we can move on to establishing credibility. You can talk and talk about why someone should take your advice, but the reality is no one is going to listen to you without proving your results. Individuals are more likely to participate in exercise if the influence has good credibility and a good motivating power. When establishing credibility to an audience, normally that comes with being able to prove how it has worked in the influencer's life. Since this is a class project, that makes the years of hard work and results difficult to show. But we can use research. We can also establish credibility by relating to different aspects other than the health benefits. The first piece of media I plan to use is an Instagram post outlining the multiple aesthetic and everyday benefits that walking can have, shown by research. These will be the results that we can see and feel. We use this to try to connect to the people who care about more than just a reduced risk of disease while proving the credibility using research facts. Now that we've established the credibility of walking for exercise, we can move on to using the theory of planned behavior. This theory, in short, explains that having the intention and plan to do a certain behavior tends to lead to actually participating. Positive attitudes towards the behavior are the intrinsic factors, while positive social perceptions about the behavior are the extrinsic factors. Both will need to be positive in order to push the individual's intentions of doing this said behavior. We can use this theory to plan our exercise. We plan almost everything else in our lives, so why not our exercise habits? Once you lose the college routine, you're forced to start building another one. And when you enter the workforce, you normally know when you're going to be at work, when you're going to eat, and when you're going to have your personal time. So why not add one more habit in the mix? The second piece of social media content is going to be an Instagram reel depicting how we plan our days. So, the goal is there, the credibility has been established, and we've used the theory of planned behavior to start the intentions and the plans. So, what's stopping us? What are the barriers? Could be laziness, just wanting to stay in on the couch, watch TV. It could be the lack of time after work, or thinking personal time means doing absolutely nothing until 10 p.m. It could be the safety in that the location around us isn't suitable for walking or walking on our own. It could be the motivation, even after knowing why we should be walking. It could be stress. We have too much going on that we can't even fathom going for a walk, or that the stress is causing us to be in a freeze state. I'm sure there are many others, but these are just a few. But the benefits normally outweigh the barriers and can sometimes help overcome them. To start, walking can help boost your mood, strengthen your heart, sharpen your focus, build your muscles, and improve your sleep. But that's only the beginning of it. Going back to those barriers, these benefits can help overcome them. Taking an outdoor walk can lead to wanting to exercise more, which will help overcome the laziness. It could help give you a moment of time to yourself, which can help overcome the lack of time, if personal time is what the barrier is. It could give you a favorite new place to go, to which one might have to if their location is not suitable or unsafe. It can also lead to feelings of accomplishment, which tends to lead to continued motivation. It helps with stress relief and can help you think through your thoughts. And lastly, it can lead to new adventures. The last social media post is a TikTok, which shows just how many possibilities are out there. All in all, taking a brisk walk outside has many benefits to it. Those graduating college and entering the workforce will be looking for a new routine, and that may be challenging, but as the theory of planned behavior states, if you plan it, it's more likely to happen, and planning is just the first step. So, where will you go? Thank you.